Technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your hometown news tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
Welcome to the new Women's Health Clinic at Hazard ARH. Our expert team, led by OBGYN Dr. Ramon Thomas, nurse midwife Tanisha Blair, OBGYN physician assistant Crystal Gibson, and nurse practitioner Kristen Hurt. At ARH, we provide compassionate, personalized care for all women. From routine exams and birth control options to pregnancy care, menopause management, and minimally invasive surgery. Trust us with your women's health needs. ARH, more for Appalachia.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
September is saving season at Appalachian Wireless, so get an iPhone 14 for just a penny. Yeah, just 1 penny. Or how about $800 off select devices? Or even take $75 off prepaid phones. Do you need more? How about $1,000 off in savings when you bundle? Whether you're upgrading, switching, or just want a good deal, we've got something just for you. So stop by your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us at AppalachianWireless.com to let us help you get connected today. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Tucked deep within the rolling hills and ancient ridgelines of the Appalachian Mountains, Eastern Kentucky is a place where heritage runs deep and community runs deeper. Known for its coal mining legacy, bluegrass traditions, and fiercely proud people, this region tells a story of resilience, creativity, and quiet beauty. I'm going to take you along with me as I visit some different counties of Eastern Kentucky and explore what all this amazing region has to offer. Hi, I'm Rebecca McCauley, and this is Bluegrass and Backroads.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management. Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi. I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance helps protect more than 474,000 Kentucky families and businesses. Many of our members have been with us for years, even decades. Perhaps it's because of the competitive rates or our unmatched service. Or maybe the biggest reason is they know they can count on Kentucky's insurance company to be there when it matters. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
At Appalachian Wireless, we get it. You need reliable service without breaking the bank. That's why we offer affordable unlimited data plans and advance pay options to fit any budget. Are you ready to ditch your overpriced carrier? We've got a switch and save deal plan just for you. We're your local experience provider from Appalachia for Appalachia. So stop by your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location today or visit us online at appalachianwireless.com to see how easy it is to save and get connected. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Hindman Pharmacy, located inside the new Hindman Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a flavored medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Hindman Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Hindman Bypass. Call the Hindman Pharmacy at 785-0513.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with a click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Good times, good food, and good people at the Goal Line Bar and Grill. Come try their daily lunch specials as well as the best steak in Hazard as voted by the people. Looking for something fun to do? Hit up the tables and the dartboard. Also, trivia night every Tuesday evening. Goal Line has all your favorite big sports events on the big screen. There's something for everyone at Goal Line. Goal Line Bar and Grill in Hazard.
Welcome to the Bank of Hindman volleyball game of the week. We're here at the Morton Combs Athletic Center on the campus of Knott County Central, and we have the Hazard Lady Bulldogs, 9-6 on the season, and being hosted by the Knott County Central Lady Patriots, 15-2 on the season. And I'm Manus Blair, and I'm joined by Coach Betty Von Cobble. And Beth, what do you think about this matchup so far?
Well, if you watch them in warm-ups, they both pretty much play the same identical style of play, and both teams have looks like pretty good hitters. So we're hoping this will turn out to be one of those like we've had now every game.
I don't know if we can be that fortunate that every game, but I'm hoping so too. And when you're talking about the Hazard Lady Bulldogs, you got to go through the girl that's sitting right down there, and that's Haley Mitchell. And of course, she is a senior. Mallory Mitchell, did I say Haley? That's another girl. Sorry, Mallory. Mallory Mitchell is their main setter along with Addison Gent, and of course Addison also being a senior. And as we learned in the 14th Region Media Day, Coach Mitchell, who is in his first year, has 12 seniors. And that's hard to juggle sometimes because you can't play all 12 seniors.
No, that's
I mean, you can, but
not at the same time.
Not at the same time. So, you know, he's juggling, and he's gotten off to a pretty good start here in his first year. And 9-6 coming in, as I said before. And when you look at the Lady Bulldogs, as we're looking here, Allen here is the outside hitter, and she leads and kills number 6. Failed to mention Mallory Mitchell's number is 13 as you're looking out there. And in the middle there, you have the middle blocker, number 22, Brianna Warren, who is a junior, and she does an outstanding job. Got good size to her as a middle blocker, Betty Vaughn.
Actually, if you look at Hazard, they all have pretty good size on all outside, middle, and back.
And, you know, when you say size to them, it's number 45, Jayla White, who is a sophomore. You can see her right here, and she also plays in that middle blocker area for the Hazard Lady Bulldogs. And, then, you know, we always talk about the libero, and Haley Sale is leading number 18, and she's a senior. She leads the team in digs and leads the team in service aces. So you got a little bit of a mixture. Even though Coach Mitchell has 12 seniors, he has mixed in the seniors with some underclassmen because you've had them before at Letcher Central and at Letcher, where you had a lot of seniors and you were top heavy. And it's hard to come back the next year when they've not gained any experience.
Exactly.
So Coach Mitchell doing a nice job of doing that.
And these kids has to understand that he has to play the best athletes, and it may not, you know, I told him at the beginning, it's not what grade you're in, it's how you perform. And you're right, you can't go out there and just say, I'm going to play these 12 seniors, and then next year you are going to rebuild a team. And I'm sure he's doing everything he can to keep those 12 seniors and give them as much playing time as possible. But he still wants to win games, and and he wants to get these underclassmen some playing time on the floor.
And then you've got the Knott County Central Patriots. Mentioned they were 15-2 after taking the trip in the single A down at the Owensboro Convention Center for the All-A State, where they went on in their pool. They defeated all three schools, Raceland, Williamsburg, Heritage Christian, and lost to a Louisville Holy Cross team who ended up being a finalist in that tournament in the single elimination part of it. So Knott County Central may have a little bit of jet lag tonight playing those games and getting back.
But, Shay is, her and Justin are doing a great job getting these kids. You can see they're beginning to gel as a team, and you've just got to, what a season, she's got her season packed out, and those girls, they have to come in every night ready to play the game.
And, it's a big congratulations to Samara Bailey, who was All-State in that All-A Classic as well. So senior Samara Bailey with that big honor, and that is an honor anytime you go on the state level. And looks like we're going to have the national anthem. And when we're done with the national anthem, we'll be back to talk a little bit more about Hazard and Knott County Central. So we'll be back in just a bit.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, mat program, x-ray, and transportation. Little Flower Clinic Rheumatology, Dr. Travis Sizemore and Brianna Cornitz, treating autoimmune disorders such as lupus and rheumatoid arthritis, and more. 487-9505. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Hi, my name is Heidi Hoffensperger from Hoffensperger Law Office.
Debt can feel overwhelming. The calls, the letters, the constant pressure, it's hard to see a way forward. You're not alone. The Law Office of Heidi Hoffensperger has helped countless people through their bankruptcy, giving them a fresh start and a chance to rebuild. Bankruptcy isn't the end.
The legal world can be a very, very difficult and complicated world, and I don't want that for my clients.
Call today and let Heidi help you with this new beginning.
Hometown Pharmacy of Hazard is here to meet all your prescription and healthcare needs. Pharmacist Darren Smith and the experienced staff provide fast, reliable service with the professionalism you expect. With friendly service and a commitment to quality care, Hometown Pharmacy is proud to serve the Hazard community every day. Ask about their new app. Hometown Pharmacy of Hazard, quality care, professional service right here in your community.
And welcome back to the Bank of Hyman volleyball game of the week. And they're announcing both teams as they always do. And it's the Knott County Central Lady Patriots hosting the Hazard Lady Bulldogs. And while I've got it on my mind and I failed to do it the other night in a football game, I want to get a big congratulations out to the Hazard Bulldogs golf team who won the team competition in the All-A State I guess they still call that the Classic as well. So big honor for Coach Mullins and the golf team, and looking forward maybe next year to continue on doing that golf tournament down at the Hazard Country Club or wherever it may be hosted at next year. Big honor anytime our mountain teams, Betty Vaughn, can go down and have success in any of those tournaments early. And All-A gives them that opportunity to have some tournament experience before you get to the HSAA tournaments.
And it's good to be able to compete against schools that your own size.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, and of course, as most people know, that Betty Vaughn and I both coached at Letcher High School, and they were a small school in the 53rd District before consolidation. So this is a big stepping stone for Hazard tonight. Hazard trying to break a 12-match losing streak to Knott County Central, and I know that if Coach Mitchell does that tonight, he'll be tickled to death with his – we talked about his team and how you go through things, and it takes a while to get your style of play going in anything, and especially in volleyball. And I've been able to watch 2 or 3 of his matches so far, and I like how hard they play and how well they play together, Betty.
Yes. And, I was just sitting here just thinking about, Knott County won the region last year, so they've got that under their belt. Now all these other schools, Knott County is beginning to be able to play with that pressure and go on. These other schools are beginning, they've got to play, they've got to figure out how to do that. So there's a lot of pressure on these other schools, but I think Knott County is beginning to figure out how to handle that pressure and keep playing.
Yeah, and, I think, and nothing against Coach Washburn, I think outstanding team at Leslie County, but I think that was kind of the difference in the All-A final was just that experience, and that was a great experience for Leslie County.
Oh, definitely.
It didn't match up to what they wanted to happen, but when it comes time to play in the KHSAA 14th Region Tournament, I think it will pay dividends for them.
True.
On down the line.
Well, just like last week, we watched Perry and Leslie, phenomenal game.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Jenkins, Letcher Central, phenomenal game. Went 5 sets. So you've got teams now that are stepping up and they're competing on everybody's getting on the same level of competition. And you're right. I think at the end of the year, Knott's 14th Region Championship last year it's going to put them a little ahead of everybody else just because they've been in that pressure situation before.
Kenley Baker with the serve, Sale with a hit, and it's going to be a bump across for Allen. Miller to Bailey, and it's going to be kill and point, Knott County Central. And Bailey picks up where she left off from the state tournament.
I love to see how Bailey has progressed in the game of volleyball. She always was a good blocker, but now she's hitting the ball extremely well and extremely hard.
And Baker with a service error, and she will come out, and Avery Conley will come in for Knott County Central. Savannah Combs to serve. Nice up. Goes into Bailey, and Bailey hits it across, but somebody was in the net, and it looks like it was White, I believe.
45.
Yep, White was in the net, so point Knott County Central.
But that was good defense. They were there. They played that ball well.
Kaylee King, freshman, will go back to serve as Waddell will come out for Knott County Central. Allen to Mitchell, back to Allen, and that's going to be a block. Allen with the up. Sale goes across, and there is Baker, but missed timing by White. Point Knott County Central, 3-1.
You have to like right now the way that Hazard's moving after the ball. I mean, they're constantly moving.
And, you've got size, as you mentioned, on the front line, just utilizing and executing the block. Stallings goes across, and it's going to go wide. Point Knott County Central. And, how much does it play, Betty Vaughn, about the name across the jersey? And, Knott Central is starting to make that a winning attitude and winning. How much does that affect another team sometimes?
It does, because you're walking in here and you're seeing those banners hang, so,
And that's going to go off of White on the block, and it's going to be a point for Knott Central.
I like that Knott's can't, but look at them. They're not they have good attitudes. Mm-hmm. They're not arrogant. They just come in, play their game, and go on.
And, that's what we talked about in Hazard in the media, all the girls. And that's going to go off of Bailey and Allen with a kill. Point Hazard, 5-2, Knott County Central, set 1. Thank you for joining us here on Hometown 24. Thank you to all the sponsors that have made this possible, as Sale will serve. And like I mentioned, she leads the team in aces. And that's going to be point Hazard.
Now, I like the way you see Hazard when they subbed in. Those 3 big girls your setters talking to them, letting them know what's going on.
As Chelsea Stacy has come in for Hazard, and service error, point Knott Central. As Bailey will serve. Allen to Mitchell, draws it back, left hand. It's blocked by Miller, and it's going to be point Knott County Central. 7-3. And you had Riley Kraft and that's going to be out. Riley Kraft, number 34, 8th grader, comes in. Bailey goes out, and Sluss will come in, a junior for Knott County Central. Addison Gent will come in, and she will go back to serve. Addison with 31 service aces so far this year. And she's going, I thought she was going to have another one. Free ball. Warren overpass there is Kraft. 8-4, Knott County Central. Kinley Baker to come in for Conley, and Waddell will come in for King.
See, Coach Mitchell will fix that. His girls on that ball, you've got to go to the net. That's like you fight for that ball. It's on top of the net. They were sitting there just getting ready to play it instead of going after it.
Jen all the way across, and it's going to be a point, Knott County Central. And, you know, you've said this several times on our volleyball telecast. When you're that setter, you got to go get that.
Yes.
On that second ball. Miller with a serve. Allen Gent bump set to Warren. Miller outside to Baker, and it's going to go long. Point Hazard. Some big matches going on tonight. Harlan County's at Letcher Central. Jenkins is at, no, that's not Jenkins. I'm sorry, Johnson Central's at Breathitt, and that's going to go wide for Allen. Point Knott County Central. Leslie County's at Buckhorn. Wolf County at Jackson City. Jenkins is at Eastside, as Bishop will come in for Allen, and we saw Bishop kind of take a tumble a little bit in warm-ups, but looks like she's fine. Gent goes across to Combs.
Nice up by Baker.
Kinley Baker, there's Bishop, a little bit of an overpass. It doesn't cross, but they must have touched it. Waddell on his back, nice block. I believe that was by Warren.
Yes, that's why that defense is there.
Baker across, and it's going to be free ball for Hazard.
Yeah, you have to get to you can play that block ball and get a hit out of it.
Back set to Kinley Baker off of Warren, and it's going to be a point.
That's a good volley.
Yes, it was. There's a nice rally going on there. 11-5 as Taylor Baker goes back to serve. And Sale goes across to Combs over top. And it's going to be free ball for Hazard. And there's going to be a net call. I did not see who that was on, Betty Von.
I believe it was number 34.
Okay. So that would be on Kraft. Stacy to serve. Sluss outside to Waddell, and that's going to be point Hazard. 11-7, Knott County Central set one. Getting on a little bit later, they had a freshman and JV match before this. Stacy short serves it. Kraft goes short to Combs. Gent comes with a back set to Warren, pushed in the deep area. Back set once again to Baker, and that's right on the line. That's going to be a point for Knott County Central, 12-7. Bailey for Kraft. Stacy is out, and Sale comes in back in as the libero. Sluss to serve. Gent to Combs down the side, but Miller, free ball looks like. See if they can get inside the system here. Over the top, but there was Baker. Miller back to Baker. Blocked by Warren, but it's going to go a little bit wide.
Right, that was a nice block.
Yep, single block on it, 13-7, Knott County Central. Sluss to serve. And Sale mishandles it, and it's going to be point Knott County Central, 14-7. Now it's going to go long, and that will end a 3-0 run by Knott County Central, 14-8 Hazard. as Stallings and Mitchell will come back in for Warren and Gent, and Mitchell will go back to serve.
I like the way 17 from Hazard, instead of thinking the ball was out, she followed it all the way to the line, so she knew it was out.
Miller to Waddell off the block, but there was Combs to save it back. Nice play. Stallings, I really like the set. Waddell with a kill point. Knott County Central 15-8.
You know, Manus, this is a big difference, too, that people don't think about. Years ago, every team may have had 1 or 2 hitters. I was always fortunate enough. I had enough athletes. You know, when you have 50 bodies sitting there, we always had 3 hitters. But now just about every team has 3 good hitters in the front row.
And Bailey with the kill, and it's 16-8. And Coach Mitchell says, give me a timeout. So we'll take a timeout along with him, and we'll be right back here on Hometown 24.
For more than a century, we have stood by the people of Hazard and Eastern Kentucky. Now we begin a new chapter with a new name. People's Bank and Trust Company is now PBT Bancorp. Our look may be new, but what matters stays the same. The same local faces, the same personal service, the same commitment to your goals. PBT Bancorp is here to help you grow, plan, and build for the future. PBT Bancorp, preparing for a better tomorrow.
And welcome back to the Bank of Hyman 14th Region Game of the Week. And we have Knott County Central and Hazard. Coach Mitchell with a timeout at 16-8 here in set number 1. Thank you for joining us. And if you're watching this, hit that like and share button and let everyone know that we're doing the telecast tonight.
And this has a view of being a really good game.
Baker with the serve goes off sail, and that's going to be an ace, 17-8, Knott County Central. Thank you for tuning in. And
we were asked the other day about aces, and it's a served ball that's not returned.
And I was supposed to ask that question, and I failed to ask that.
And we had a parent ask us the other night about aces.
We'll talk a little bit more about it. Nice rally. Miller on 2, but there was Mitchell. Waddell, Miller back to Waddell. Hit a change up there. Mitchell all the way across. Nice bump set. Stallings. Nice up by Baker. We got a good rally going. Back set to Combs off the block. Point, Hazard.
I tell you what I like. Right now, both teams is playing their style of ball. They're receiving the ball. They're getting nice passes.
And that bump set all the way across by Mitchell. Rarely. I can't do it. I've tried to do that before. Can't do it. And that's going to be an ace for Combs. 17-10.
You know, it's which team can break the other team and make them change their style of ball tonight.
Hazard trying to get back in this first set. Conley, 3-meter hit by Baker into the net, and it's going to be 17-11.
Baker has a killer swing.
Combs with it. Goes into, and that's going to be a kill as it's on the line, and that's a point for Knott County Central, 18-11. King to serve. Freshman, nice floater. Mitchell goes all the way across to Allen. There was King with a up. Conley all the way across. Nice hit that time and the kill by Taylor Baker, 19-11, Knott County Central.
When Taylor stays back there and takes her time, she's as good a hitter as you will see in Eastern Kentucky because she puts her arm and her body into it.
King with a drop serve, goes to Mitchell. All the way across. Allen,
nice
job
shot
by King. That's 2 in a row, digging on the backcourt. And Baker varies it up that time. Goes all the way across to Baker again. Nice up by Combs. Goes to Allen over the top, but somebody was in the net, and, or no, I'm not really sure.
I think they're saying that 13. Stepped on the line.
Okay. Yep. Kept. So
I know why they call that, but I would like that to be changed to if you interfere with the other team. But, that's just me.
But, in NCAA, international play, I shouldn't say NCAA, international play, that is the way it is.
Right.
That unless I come over there and I bump you with
Right.
my hip or something or interfere with you, they don't call it.
And, you can look and see if they're jumping and they're afraid, they're trying to move around so they won't step on your foot. That's the difference. But if you're just.
Or you come down on someone.
Right, exactly.
Or vice versa. 21-12 as Hazard gains the point, and Sale will serve for Hazard. But it is in high school that is the right call.
Right, exactly.
Conley back set, a little bit off. Good save that time by Stacy. There's the block. Mitchell back up to Allen. Conley across. Baker will go short, but Allen's there. Back to Allen. Oh, good fake. I thought she might have had him there. Goes back to Baker down the line with power, point, Knott County Central.
Hazard is playing good defense. They're just, their deep girl is, she's a step behind, but, they're there. They're just a step too far back or something, so.
Bailey with the serve. Combs mishandles, but Sales there to get it. Free ball, Knott County Central. Conley goes to Baker off the double block. Stallings with a block.
That was the right idea.
And that's going to be a point, and Coach Mitchell is going to call his second timeout, 23-12, Knott County Central. Be with us in 30 seconds, so stay right here.
For more than a century, we have stood by the people of Hazard and Eastern Kentucky. Now we begin a new chapter with a new name. People's Bank and Trust Company is now PBT Bancorp. Our look may be new, but what matters stays the same. The same local faces, the same personal service, the same commitment to your goals. PBT Bancorp is here to help you grow, plan, and build for the future. PBT Bancorp, preparing for a better tomorrow.
Welcome back to the Morton Combs Athletic Complex. Coach Mitchell with his second timeout, 23-12, Knott County Central in set number 1. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the Bank of Hyman for sponsoring our games of the week here on Hometown 24, the 40th year of sports here. Allen to Mitchell, back to Allen, down the line, but there's Bailey. Kraft goes short, but Mitchell saves it. Got to get in system as King makes the call to Miller, and Miller with the kill, and that's going to be 24-12, and that will be set point number 1 for Knott County Central.
Myers, I've been sitting here watching the same game you've been announcing, but I didn't even watch. The score is not anything to this game because this has been a really nice volley game. And I like that each team is using every shot that they can to score.
And that's what Allen's got to do right there. She's got a free swing. Goes outside to Baker down the line, but there was Sale. Nice call. And Allen hits it out, and that is going to end set number 1 for Knott County Central at 25-12. And when we come back, it'll be set number 2, so stay with us here on Hometown 24.
This is News 12.
Since 1985, Hometown 24 has been serving this community with local programming produced by local people.
Hornets want to air it out. He's got a man out here. Linden caught it to 45.
Using the latest video technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your Hometown News tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
Welcome back to the Bank of Hindman 14th Region Game of the Week as Knott County Central takes set number 1, 25-12 from Hazard. Betty Vaughn.
I want to encourage everybody to like and share. We want everyone to participate. We want you watching these young ladies get out here and really put a lot of effort into this game of volleyball.
And we've had such good games here. And, you know, it's not just the ones that we have on TV, but it's all of them.
Yes.
So if you can't come to these or you can't watch it, go to one of your local volleyball games and watch it. First of all, you're supporting your local high school. They need money. You know, it takes money. You know, how much does a volleyball cost now? I have no idea. I've been out of it. I've been out of the athletic director gig for now 3 years.
I'm going to say around $65 to $70.
I mean, you know, uniforms and transportation and all those things. So,
and it's just the volleyball has grown so much in the mountains.
And we start set 2 off. Bailey with a kill, and that's going to be 1-0 Knott County Central. What's Hazard got to do to get into this match?
You know, they really didn't have a lot of defensive errors. It's just like, you know, I think free balling, they've got to cut down on their free balls. They have to hit the ball against Knott County.
And that's going to be a nice serve that time by Baker, and that'll be 2-0. You know, and I just think that Allen's got to put some down. And, you know, Combs, that's their 2 kill specialists. And they've got to find some open area. And you got to give credit to Knott Central's defense because they haven't at this time. Miller goes across to Waddell off the double block, and that's going to be point Knott County Central.
And, you know, like that, Hazard, they're getting the touches. It's just getting the play afterwards, and that was just their defense was just too wide on that.
Baker to serve. Combs with up. Mitchell across with a bump set to White. Miller goes in over the top, but there's Mitchell on 2. Nice job that time by White.
And Baker was back ready to play.
Nice job by Stallings and White on the double block, and it's going to be point Hazard 3-1 as Stacy will come in for White. Sale will serve.
You know, both of these teams have 2 good setters. They have good hitters. Their liberos are playing well. And I said that.
You didn't say about the serve.
I know.
And I didn't either.
Okay, that's good.
So point Knott County Central 4-1 as Waddell will go out. And Kenley Baker. Kaylee King is back there to serve Manus. Wake up. Sale. Combs rescues it. And it's going to be point.
See, that's what Hazard has to clean up, just those easy balls that, you know, you've got to get over.
King once again to serve. And it goes all back to passing that volleyball, and that's going to be an error, and that will be Hazard as Gent and Warren will come off.
And, you know, Manus, I love it. People think that's so easy until they try it. And then they figure out that's not as easy as it looks.
Oh, that's like any sport.
I agree.
Everybody can sit in their chair and think about it. Bailey hits it in the net, and it's going to be point Hazard.
Yeah, I can set up in the bleachers and coach a great game.
Oh, I'm like I always say, I'm undefeated in all the sports.
That's me while I'm up here.
But we really enjoy it, and we enjoy the girls and coach the teams and everyone else.
That was a nice serve.
And it's going to be across. Free ball for Hazard. Got to do something right here.
Right here's where they need to handle this and get a hit.
And nice up, but it's going to be
nice hustle.
And that's going to be a point as Allen puts that one down, and it draws Hazard within 1 at 5-4. Your sister's watching, and she said that you and I are doing a good job.
She better say that.
Oh, nice up. Conley goes across. Gent with a sliding stop. Allen, and that's what I like seeing Allen do right there. Over the top, but there's Gent. Sale with a call. In system here, back set to Miller off the double block. Combs with a up. Stacy all the way across. Conley call by Sluss to Miller off the double block once again, Jim.
Another nice shot by Miller.
Allen deep, but there's King. Oh, miss hit, and that's going to be a point, and that will draw Hazard even at 5-5. Like Hazard's defense that time.
I do too. I just like both teams' effort. They're playing. They're playing the game the way it should be played.
King. And that's going to be another free ball for Hazard. All the way across to Allen. Push down the line. Oh, and is it going to cross? No, it isn't. And Hazard's going to take their first lead at 6-5 in set number 2.
But I like both coaches are moving players around. These hitters are using different hits, trying to get open.
And that one's going to go long, 6-6. Reminder that Friday night, the Hometown 24 will be at Knott County Central for Knott County Central and Phelps in football.
Oh, that was a nice play by number 1.
Gent with the play, and it's going to cross as they draw it, but nice get by Sale. Back set to Stacy. She goes opposite, and nice
good hustle.
Nice hustle that time by King, but
Shay has to be pleased with the hustle there. Even though they did not return it, both teams they're laying their bodies on the floor.
Hazard up 7-6, Allen to serve. Nice knuckleball, and it's going to be an overpass, and there's Warren with a kill.
That was a great play by Warren. That's one of those plays. If that middle does that, you can't play that.
Biggest lead of the set. Overpass once again. Combs misses it, and it's going to be a double hit, or no, it's going to be a lift on Combs, and that will be a point for Knott County Central. Reminder that David Adams will be at the Letchers, and Tim Sloan, I'll get that out in a minute, will be at Breathitt County for the LCC at Breathitt County game, and that'll be on Heroes and Icons. And there's Kraft. Nice job by Warren blocking it a little bit. Sluss to Miller all the way across. Baker, and that's going to be a kill, and that will draw even at 8-8 for Knott County Central. Got a full boat of volleyball next week, and we'll tell you right after Zoe Miller serves. Going to have a long week next week.
But it'll be a good week.
And that's going to be long, and that will be point Hazard.
Let me tell you, I can tell that Coach Mitchell has put a lot of time into this volleyball team.
9-8, and that's a nice serve ace, and that's going to be 10.
You do not see Sluss do that very often.
Now that one just fell off the table.
It died right there.
And that was Stacy, of course, and she'll serve again. And she varied it up with a longer serve this time. Blocked by Warren, and they're going to say that Warren was in the net when it brought it back, and that's going to be point Knott County Central.
You know, as a coach, you can't even be upset at that. She's just aggressive.
Right.
She's just aggressive.
And that was unfortunate, but yeah, she was ready for it.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take that any day.
Baker to serve. Goes across to Combs. All the way back to Waddell off the double block, but there's
nice
Gent
job.
on 2. Warren tried to catch him. A nice block, and that's going to be in by Warren, and that will be 11-9 Hazard. Nice timing by Warren, and Mitchell will go back to serve for Hazard with a 2-point advantage.
Yep, Shay's telling hers that they need to spread apart. They've got to make this Hazard bunch open up some.
And it's going to be 11-10. Bailey in for Kraft.
I see my old buddy Jacob Adams down there, Dylan's brother from Hazard.
All the way across, bump. That's a nice one to Stallings, but there was Miller. Waddell cut over the top. Sale with a call. Stallings top of the net, and it's going to be point Hazard. 12-10.
You notice now most teams, their libero is their second setter.
Yep. And they do a nice job of calling.
Yes.
And it's about calling. Coach Cornett says, give me a timeout. 12-10 Hazard here in set number 2. Stay with us here on Hometown 24.
Welcome to the new Women's Health Clinic at Hazard ARH. Our expert team, led by OBGYN Dr. Ramon Thomas, nurse midwife Tanisha Blair, OBGYN physician assistant Crystal Gibson, and nurse practitioner Kristen Hurt. At ARH, we provide compassionate, personalized care for all women. From routine exams and birth control options to pregnancy care, menopause management, and minimally invasive surgery. Trust us with your women's health needs. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Welcome back to Knott County Central, as it is the Bank of Hyman game of the week in volleyball. And Coach Cornett calls a timeout at 12-10.
Yes, because, you know, these two teams, you can't let the other team get a 5 or 6 point lead on you. So you've got to try to keep this as close as possible. You have to break momentum all you can.
And Miller goes across to Bailey, and that's going to be a kill, and that was a good timeout.
And that was a nice jump set by Zoe Miller. That ball was going into the net. Had she not jumped, that would have been a hard ball to play, but she jumped and got it before it hit the net.
So 12-11, and Baker will serve. Kinley, a freshman, and that's going to be a nice serve, and that will tie it up at 12 apiece. Betty Bum, will you buy me a car?
Well, man, I'm broke.
I am too. I'm remodeling a kitchen. So.
I'll buy you a little matchbox.
Okay, 1 and 64, and that's going to go long, and that will be point Hazard.
I don't know how we got on that subject in the middle of a ball game.
That's because your sister said that she liked you because you bought her a car.
Oh, well, that's. I'm glad.
Okay, Sluss. And Blair, I didn't see that Blair came into the game. Goes across.
That is a nice back set from the libero. What's her name? Oh.
Sale.
Yeah, she's done a great job. She's had very few errors. But you have to remember, her and Sluss, they're the liberos, which they have to take, play hard balls, but they're also the second setter on the team.
And that's a point for Hazard, and
it's 14-12, Hazard.
Sale with the serve, and it's right at Baker, goes back up, and it's going to be in the net, and that was
number 14,
that was
54.
Yep. And so that is a point
for Knott. She just got a little excited instead of going with two hands. That's what happens. When you go with one hand, it's usually going to put you into the net.
And that makes your body turn
it does.
Right into it. King with the serve, that was a big point for Knott County Central. And Allen off the double block. King has done a nice job in the back area off of Stallings by Miller, and that will draw Knott Central even with Hazard at 14 apiece.
Both of these teams are doing a very good job getting their hands on hit balls, spike balls.
And I think I might have hit the camera. And that's going to be a point. Normally I stand up, but I've got a bout of gout. So 15-14 as Knott Central takes the lead, and my producer, Stephen Banks, is going to be aggravated at me. 15 apiece as Gent will come in for Stallings, and Warren, who was big on the blocks, will come in for Mitchell.
Warren is one of those players. She's like Samara Bailey. They make you change your shot.
And you cannot develop size.
No.
Both of them have it. Nice job by Combs. Gent goes across to Allen. She goes down, but nice job once again by King.
Warren had a nice shot. Baker got her hands on the ball.
Allen across to Stacy. She gets it across Sluss. Middle, and it's going to be mistimed and will be point Hazard.
And that was a touch by Warren. Warren done great. She went straight up. Bailey misses the ball, and Warren just tips it enough to get it away from Bailey's hands.
Big shout out to my buddy down in London, Tim Eldridge. Thinking about you, buddy. Knott Central ties it up with the service error, 16-16. Bailey will serve. Right down the middle, there's Sale. Gent goes across and Stacy hits it.
That was a nice hit.
Miller right at it, and it's going to be, and it's going to be
good shot by Miller.
17-16.
Hazard is a very athletic team all around.
Goes back set to Allen. It's blocked by Baker. And Coach Mitchell is.
That was a good block by Baker.
Yep. Coach Mitchell, I'm not sure if he was asking about net or what. I didn't catch that.
I don't know.
18-16, Knott County Central. Bailey, nice up by Allen, all the way across to Warren. Hits it hard. King has done a nice job in the back area, and that's a hard hit by Taylor Baker, and that's going to be a point, and Coach Mitchell is going to call a timeout before it gets away.
Right.
So 19-16, and we're in set number 2. Stay with us. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Welcome back to set number 2. Coach Mitchell with a timeout, 19-16, trying to ebb the flow of Knott County Central here in set number 2. Knott County Central took the first set 25-12. Thank you, Reba Patrick, watching from Versailles. Now, if she was over in France, we'd say that's Versailles.
Okay.
But she's in she's down that way.
That's nice, man.
That's bad. Blair across to Baker off the double block, not able to press it, and that's going to be point for Knott County Central. Warren with their hands on it, just didn't get it to go forward. 20-16 as Bailey will serve.
You know, the first game was 25-12, but play-wise, it was much closer than that. There was a lot of nice volleys, good defense played in that first set.
And Blair unable to get to it, and that's going to be a point for Hazard. Shout out to Mark Young tuning in, and my former compadre. Blair goes outside. The Miller turns it back, but there was Gent to get it. Blair all the way across the Baker's side, and that's a nice shot. So varying the shots up is Baker on the outside hit side. 21-17, Knott County Central.
If you remember the last game we watched Baker play against Leslie, she ate the lineup. And now, but that is a good volleyball player. She's looking to see what's open. She takes the line, they play it, so she's going somewhere else. And she'll keep doing that all night long.
Miller down the middle, Sale with the up. Jen all the way across to Combs, and it did not cross. So that's going to be a point for Knott County Central. Thank you, Ryan Potter, for tuning in. My old Jenkins adversary. Great guy.
He is a good man.
That's going to be a put down for Taylor, and that's going to be 23-17. Coach Mitchell says, "I'll give me my second last time out in set 2, 23-17. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
September is saving season at Appalachian Wireless, so get an iPhone 14 for just a penny. Yeah, just 1 penny. Or how about $800 off select devices? Or even take $75 off prepaid phones. Do you need more? How about $1,000 off in savings when you bundle? Whether you're upgrading, switching, or just want a good deal, we've got something just for you. So stop by your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us at AppalachianWireless.com to let us help you get connected today. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Welcome back to the Bank of Hyman volleyball game of the week here at the campus of Knott County Central High School, Morton Combs Athletic Complex, and B.B. King Court.
You know, right now, minus Knott County, just the experience that they have is a team that can make a mistake and then they get over it and play. And as these other teams learn that, the game will start changing.
Baker with a put down, and that will be set point number 1 on set number 2.
Baker's doing a good job being aggressive on the net.
Miller to serve. Goes all across. Free ball for Knott County Central. Goes out to Baker, cuts it off the top.
Oh, nice hustle.
And that's going to end set number 2 at 25-17. And when we come back, we'll have set number 3 here on the Bank of Hyman game of the week.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Welcome back to Knott County Central High School as we ended set number 2. Knott County Central up 2-0, 25-12, 25-17. And Knott County Central, you know, I mentioned, not you didn't, but I mentioned about jet lag. I have not seen tired girls from Knott County Central.
And I'm going to tell you with Knott County, if you notice, they do not make a lot of errors themselves. I mean, the other team actually has to force them. Yeah, the other team has to force errors on them. And that's probably the difference in the game tonight. Knott County's just, you know, they're just not making errors themselves.
And we mentioned about volleyball games next week. Let's see. On Monday, Pikeville will be at Letcher Central. We'll have that game. Tuesday will be Letcher Central here at Knott Central. And then Thursday, Harlan County will be here at Knott County Central. So 3 big games next week. Combs with a hit. Free ball for Hazard. Mitchell goes across to Stallings. Bailey tried to cut it and saw, you know, that's advantage of White having that long reach of hers. Instead of her trying to cut over top, try to go around her.
I also can tell that Knott County is working on trying to run that 0 from the middle.
Nice up by Sale, blocked by Bailey, but there it is. It's going to go across, and that's going to be point Knott County Central. But Sale, nice job of keeping that volleyball alive. Kaylee King will come in, and Waddell will go out.
And by running a 0, I'm talking about that low middle to Samara. That's probably why that other ball, she didn't get to hit it, because they ran a 0. That's something you have to be right there when it comes off that setter's hand.
It was a little bit higher rather than that short set that you're talking about. And that was blocked. No, it was not blocked. It hit the top of the tape, and that's going to be point for Hazard. Sale to serve, and, you know, I think Hazard's probably going to have to, Betty Bunn, serve a little bit more aggressively.
Right.
Sell, and I'm just going to be quiet. I'm sorry.
I already picked that one up.
Haley, I do apologize. 2-2. And that's going to be point for Samara Bailey, 3-2.
You notice that her serves are even getting harder.
Shout out to Roberta Waddell down in E-Town. David always gives her a shout out, and I fail to do that sometimes. I'm not as sharp as David. Allen with a hit. Nice bump up. Goes across. It's an up play, and both of them jousted for it. Comes to Knott Central side. Mitchell all the way across to Allen. Bump. Going to be a free ball, looks like, for Hazard. Combs goes middle to Stallings over the top. There's King. Back to Baker, and that's going to be kill for Baker. 4-2, Knott County Central.
Now, Baker's doing so much better tonight, just stand back waiting on the ball. And you notice how far they set her off the net.
And that's going to be another good serve for Bailey. Thank you for tuning in, Lisa Sexton. Normally I don't ever look at my, I lose composure, but my gout medication's working on me. Nice by Allen, but there was Blair to save it. Free ball. Hazard in system. Got to put this one down. Stacy off the double block, and she does. Point Hazard. You know, we talk about effort all the time, and Hazard's given the effort. They're just getting after it. Don't see any long faces. See like Sale here clapping for us. Let's go. Gent. Back set to Miller, and that's going to be a double block.
And you're like me, Magnus, as a former player, coach, spectator, you love to see that.
Yep. So
every sport is a team sport, except for tennis if you're playing singles.
Yes. Can't blame it on anybody. And
that was a nice move by Baker.
She put it over the top, 6-4, Knott County Central. Failed to mention Stacy and Warren on that double block while ago for the point for Hazard. Working well together on that front line. Miller to serve. Bump set. And they're going to call two as both players hit the ball on the third hit. And that's going to be a point for Knott County Central. 7-4, set number 3. Knott Central took the first two sets, 25-12, 25-17.
And see, that ball, Warren on the outside should have just said, I'll take that ball. It was on her strong side. Exactly.
Call it. Nice up by Waddell. Back set comes to Baker. Gent with a
nice shot by Baker.
Yes, that's a tough shot, too. And that's 8-4, Knott County Central. And Coach Mitchell says, give me a timeout at 8-4, set number 3. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Hometown 24.
Tucked deep within the rolling hills and ancient ridgelines of the Appalachian Mountains, Eastern Kentucky is a place where heritage runs deep and community runs deeper. Known for its coal mining legacy, bluegrass traditions, and fiercely proud people, this region tells a story of resilience, creativity, and quiet beauty. I'm going to take you along with me as I visit some different counties of Eastern Kentucky and explore what all this amazing region has to offer. Hi, I'm Rebecca McCauley, and this is Bluegrass and Backroads.
Welcome back to Knott County Central High School, the Bank of Hyman volleyball game of the week. And Coach Mitchell trying to stem the tide here. 8-4 Knott County Central in set number 3. Allen, a little bit of an overpass, trying to save it. And
that was a good try.
For Knott County Central, 9-4.
Right here.
She's going to buy you a truck next time. Miller with a serve, and it's going to be go wide, and it's going to be point Knott County Central 10-4.
Right here, Mitchell's going to, his thing is are we going to fold or are we going to play? This is what he wants to see out of his team this time of the season.
Allen to Stacy. It's going to be a free point. Combs. Short, and it's going to be, and that's going to be a point for Knott County Central. Miller with the serve, and it's going to be a nice one. Combs. Back set, goes down the line, but there was Miller for the serve. Goes back to Kinley Baker down the line. She
Nice
could.
shot by Baker.
I think that's the first time she's did that tonight.
Yeah, she doesn't go down the line very much. She's a angle hitter.
So 12-4. And, of course, Baker is a freshman. She played a lot last year.
She did.
A lot. And there is Kraft, who's an 8th grader. Sailed to the backside. Nice hit. Miller goes across. Gent across to Allen over the top, but there was Miller. Good hustle by Gent.
That's a great hustle.
Point goes to Knott County Central at 13-4. Just a reminder, we will be back here Friday night. Well, me and Jim Bob McCauley and Brian Johnson will be here for the Knott County Central Phelps football game. So join us Friday night. Warren, that was a nice hit that time. Had a little bit behind at that time. Going to be there. Kraft hits it, but it was blocked by Warren. Cross to Stacy off the double block. Waddell to Miller. And running almost like a slide for Baker. Allen, nice shot over top. Single block, and she scores the point.
I like the way that Knott and Hazard are not afraid to hit the ball.
Yeah,
when they get a set, they are hitting.
And you got to give credit to our setters tonight on both sides.
Yes.
Point goes to Knott Central, Zoe Miller and Avery
And honestly,
Conley.
your Libros.
Yep. And
Because they're
Lily Blair and
they have two
Sam.
jobs.
Yep. Gent and Mitchell. Gent gets it
That was a
across.
nice play.
Free ball goes backside off the double block, and it's going to be a point for Knott County Central, 15-5.
See, that's what Hazard has just been. Like I said, they're a step too deep.
And that one's going to go long, and it's going to be point 16-5. And Coach Mitchell's going to call a timeout, and we'll be back, and we'll take it with him in 30 seconds. So stay with us on Hometown 24.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management.
Welcome back to Knott County Central High School, Morton Combs Athletic Complex. Want to thank the administration at Knott County Central and Athletic Director Jeff Honeycutt for allowing us at Hometown 24 to do the job over here and telecast this game. And, you know, when you see administrators, they're all the time doing something or keeping the clock and or doing this or doing that or popping popcorn or whatever it may be.
And that's what it's all about. I have to say I was always very fortunate. I had a great support system that took care of all that for me.
That one just hung there.
Oh, that was a nice shot by Warren.
And that's going to be a point for Hazard, 16-6.
And Baker, she was hustling. She seen the ball. It was that Warner just put that in a great spot.
And nice serve.
Nice serve.
And Stacy has had 2 or 3 good serves tonight, and it just goes over there and drops down. A little bit of top spin to it.
Yeah. And both teams have served well tonight.
Sluss with the up. Miller across to Waddell, and that's going to be a point, 17-7.
That's what with Baker, you have to decide what you're going to give her and what you're going to take away from her.
Yeah.
And she's a smart player. She'll take what you give her.
And that's going to be into the net, and that's going to be point, Knott County Central.
It is 18-7, Knott County in the third set.
Knott Central took the first 2 sets. Jim back to Combs, off the double block.
Murray just threw that big paw out there and hit that ball.
Goes to Combs and does a cross, and that's going to be point.
Yeah, 12 is she's trying to stand and go straight up, and it's just using just arm. So she needs, she's got to be moving her body to get some pressure on the ball.
Bishop with a nice up, goes to Warren. Warren goes all the way deep in the corner, but there's Baker. Short to Bailey.
Oh, nice play.
Goes across, and there's.
That was a good hit.
She got over the top of that.
She did.
Over the top block by Warren, and that's going to be a point for Hazard, 19-8.
You can tell Warren is a very good athlete.
Mitchell and Stallings into the game, and Mitchell will go back to serve for Hazard. Bailey off the double block, and that's going to be a point, 20-8.
Bailey's showing all these young players what you should do. You get up and you hit the ball toward the blocker, not over them, unless you can go around, but she is swinging at them.
With ill intent. 20-8.
Nice play. I've told you these both Libros have played an excellent game.
21-8, Knott County Central. Reminder that our next volleyball game will be next Monday, and that game will be at Letcher Central, and that will be Pikeville and Letcher Central.
And that should be a good game.
Pikeville always with a really good team. And that's going to be in that far corner, and it's going to be point Knott County Central. Once again, Zoe Miller putting the volleyball exactly where they need to hit it.
And, these setters they're going to their big hitter. Whoever's hitting, that's where they're going. That's what you should do.
And that's going to be point Knott County Central, 23-8, and the air has been sucked out of the sails of Hazard, looks like. But they'll live for another day. And that's going to be a point of Stallings with the kill, and that'll be 23-9. And I like seeing what's going on here on the bench as well.
Exactly.
I think everybody can see that. Hazard's players on the bench are being right with their teammates. And that's going to be...
they're calling Hazard 45 in the net.
And that's going to be match point number 1 for Knott County Central.
But like I have already said, they've been some good volleys, good hits, good defense plays tonight. And all 4 setters have done an excellent job moving this ball around.
And Baker hits it out, 24-10.
Baker was going for that final kill.
And that's going to go long, and that's going to end the match at 25-10. Knott County Central in the third set. They won the first set 25-12. 25-17 in the second set, 25-10 in the third set. And our
Our player of the game
Floyd, player of the game,
is going to be our two setters, 27, Avery Conley, and number 5, Zoe Miller. I know that these big girls had a outstanding night of hitting, but if it doesn't come from those setters, if they didn't do the job they did, these big hitters would not have done the job they did. So you've got to, look at it. It's a team effort, but it had to come from those setters had to get it started. And they don't get them and the poor little Libros, they don't get as much publicity as they deserve sometimes.
They get a whole lot when you and I do the game.
Yeah, because you and I have been there.
Been there and done that.
That's exactly right.
But you got to have a little bit of everything. And
you do.
Congratulations to Knott County Central on the win, and continued good luck. And we'll see the Hazard Lady Bulldogs and Coach Mitchell on down the line somewhere. And speaking of on down the line, we're going to have once again next week. Monday will be Pikeville at Letcher Central. Tuesday will be Letcher Central at Knott County Central. Thursday will be Harlan County at Knott County Central. And then, like I said, Friday night on Hometown 24, it will be the Phelps Hornets coming to Knott County Central, and that will be on Hometown 24. And then David Adams and Tim Sloan will be at Breathitt County on the riverbank, as Letcher County Central will be at Breathitt County on WYMT on Heroes and Icons.
And we just want to thank everyone that comes to the games, that watches the games, that helps support these athletes of the mountains.
And any other final thoughts, Betty Vaughn, before we
No,
head
I
out
just,
of here?
like I said, I thought that Knott County just played a better game of less errors.
And you know the thing about it is Hazard, they live for another day, another practice. They can see everything on video.
Exactly.
And Coach Mitchell, as we see out here with the dual Coach Cornets out here, he will learn from it. They will learn from it, and they'll be better off for it in the 54th district as we will be finishing up. And we've got a long week next week, Betty Vaughn, so I'm going to take some vitamins and my gout medicine so I'll be ready to go. And for all the people that tuned in and all the Hometown 24 group here, and want to wish good luck to my good buddy and my producer here, Stephen Banks, as he will be getting married on Saturday. So he still has
congratulations.
He still has an opportunity, but I won't tell what that opportunity is yet until Friday. So thanks to Greg, thanks to everybody that made this possible, thanks to Knott County Central and their administration and their school system for allowing us to come in and do games here on Hometown 24 for 40 years. Been doing local sports in the surrounding area. So with that being said, I'm Manus Blair, joined by Betty Vaughn Cottle, and we're going to say good night.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member